Hello, this is Captain Kenny Kramer with Texas Fishing Tips. This is your weekly fishing report. This week coming out of Con Brown, back here behind Island 1, 2, 3, and 4. Been some good slot reds back there as well. Coming back over here, running down these little islands, coming all the way out in here. Been producing some good fish. All back here in California Hole and this Hole Estes Flats. If you put a drift sock on your boat and just drift across it with a popping cork and shrimp, or throw some piggies along the way, just anchor down and throw. If you don't get nothing, kind of bounce up 50 to 100 yards. Has been some good trout back up in here. If the tide is right, you can get back here and run the backside of Shell Bank and then come around and all the way up to this trout bayou back in here. Been some nice reds back in there, 3-odd kill hook, Carolina rig. Or if they've been a little picky, I'm starting to lean more towards a 6-odd circle hook now on my cut bait using cut mullet. It's been producing pretty well for me. If you find yourself back over here in the Port Aransas area, all up here in front of the Fina docks, there has been some bull reds and some slots all back up in here mixed in with some sand trout, using either live shrimp or cut menhaden or cut mullet. Every now and then, if I have a blue crab in the boat, I'll cut him in half and send him down. It's been producing some good fish. You can come out here to the South Jetty if the waves are allowing you to. Get over there in about 30 foot of water. There's been some nice slot reds, some black drum, little mixture on both sides, South and the North Jetty. There's been some big schools of bull reds out there. You've been using menhaden or cut crab on them. They've been hungry. So just get out there, use your sonar and find them and drop down on them, and sure to have a good time. This time of year, you need to be watching South Bay. When you get to that boat ramp and you realize that the tide is really gone, there's a gut right back up in here in the middle of South Bay that will produce some good fish, black drum and reds. It's this time of year. It's just, you never know when that north wind starts blowing and dropping the tides out. As well, if we get a low tide, you can come back up under here and go back here into the sailboat right here on this corner, and then just work your way all the way down to this intersection. There is going to be some reds and black drum when those tides get low, fall into all of this, and it will be on fire. In the meantime, if your tide's high and you're back over in this area, this brown and root flat, you can come up here and just use the wind and work your way around in here. We'll produce you some nice slot reds all the way back up in here, and some drum as well. This is another low tide area, this wide channel back all up in here and back here. If that tide is low, this is a good area to come and check out. If you notice that north wind's pushed all the water out, this is a good area to check. Another area to come in and check is back over here by Ransom. Hit all these little islands back in here. Been some reds, drum mixed in all the way back in here. Depends on which way that wind's blowing. If you got it coming in, you put it in your back and fish this shoreline. If it's coming the other way, come back, fish these little islands and stuff right along this ICW. We'll produce some nice fish, both mixture of reds and black drum. The wind is whipping and you need a little place to hide, and you find yourself over here in the Ingleside area. Usually just right here, this little stretch is going to be pretty bad, but once you get in here, you're protected. On a north wind, you can fish this bank line all the way down into this cut. Just kind of bounce around, and live mullet. Cut mullet, live shrimp, all the way down. It'd be some nice reds in there. The other way the wind blows, on a south wind, you can come in here and fish all of these little flats all the way back up here. We'll produce you some good fish. Just 15 or so minutes in one spot, you don't get nothing, kind of bounce around unless the fish are been there like the day before and you really caught them there. You might give it longer. Just kind of grind on them a little bit, because from day to day they've been acting a little different. But until next week, thank you all very much.